the middle of it's where you finding me at. Labels wanna holler, this is where they signing me at. Cause my city told me they need me, so I'm grinding for that. Same clothes, same street, same truck, same feet. Same kid that used to be mopping the floors of every week. I paid the cost to be the boss, let's just say I ain't cheap. Cause now the same kids living off a check from their beat. I'm from the Midwest, where they don't forget where they from, where they representing they home. Mine is tatted on my arm, and I'll forever be about it long as air is in my lungs. Speaking to you is the kid, and I'm as real as they come. I made $1 out of cents, got a whole nation respect. Before I was 18 and I did that without a check. See, I used to be a lame, now I'm posted in the game. In the top spot, top drop, money ain't a thing.
Hello everybody and welcome to Sports Talk. I am Brandon and we are doing a live episode today. This is the first ever live episode of Sports Talk, so bear with me. We got some exciting news here today. Sports Talk went from being a 15-minute podcast to a 45-minute podcast. Today we are going to kick that off by doing a live podcast. May get cut a little short. If you're tuning in, we thank you for listening. Again, you can follow us on the Twitter at Sports Talkcast1. At Sports Talkcast1. You can also, we got some exciting news coming up. We are getting ready to release the podcast on iHeartRadio. You'll be able to find us on iHeartRadio at Sports Talk. I'm not for sure exactly if it'll be Sports Talkcast1. We'll have to get into that, but hopefully next week we will be set up on iHeartRadio. You'll be able to find us on iHeartRadio. You can always find us right here, and you can always find us on the Twitter page and the YouTube page. You can also find the YouTube page at Sports Talkcast1. You can find it on YouTube or Twitter. We thank you for making the show a success. Like I said, we've been upgraded. We've had a 15-minute podcast, the first 5 episodes, and now we're up to a 45-minute podcast. And today I'm off work. I said, hey, let's do one live. So I'm just thinking about, I wasn't going to start talking about the subject anymore, but over the weekend on Monday Night Football and on Sunday's games, the protests continued with the people kneeling even back to Thursday's night's game with Brandon Marshall and the Denver Broncos. Marshall knelt down, started it. Of course, Kaepernick did his thing. And I just have been getting so frustrated. I know I said that we strictly talk sports on here. Well, this is a sports issue because it's the sports players bringing them attention. But I'm getting so frustrated with the people and the negativity and the comments that all these guys are receiving. You know, these guys have all came out and said that this has nothing to do against the military, nothing against the men and women and in uniform. They talk about, there was no offense. They're just upset with the way the country is right now. But yet, countlessly, I see online, I see people attacking these men, calling majority of them who are black African-American males, calling them the N-word, this and that. This is getting over the top. It's like these guys really are not doing nothing that bad if you think about it. The people in Missouri, they took knee, they did take a knee. They were burning Ferguson down, and then in Louisiana they was burning a gas station down. That's the protesting I don't agree with. That's the protesting that should be, that's not peaceful protesting. But this is America. You have the right to do peaceful protesting. That's your right as an American. I'm in the military, as you guys all know. It don't offend me. I don't like really seeing it. I think I always stand up for the national anthem. I'll always place my hand on my heart, but it's their right to do what they want to do. And that's what the problem with America is, that there's too many chiefs in this tribe now. Everybody thinks that they're a chief. There's not enough Indians, to put it bluntly. But that's what this is. It's getting out of hand. There's so much hate in the country now. I'm glad that I just get along with majority of everybody. Say, unless you mess with me or my family, then I really ain't got a problem with you. I'm very easy to get along with. The majority of people, listen to the podcast, you've heard me. I'm a funny guy. I can make fun of myself. But just this NFL thing with the national anthem that Kaepernick started, just, from my opinion, I'm going to drop it. I'm not going to talk about it no more. I support what those men are doing. I may not agree with the way they are protesting, but they are all putting their money where their mouth is, donating money, donating their time. Brandon Marshall is riding around with the police chief of the Denver PD. he was riding around, seeing what they go through. They took him through a couple of live shot drills or something like that, showing him how quick of a reaction the police officer has to have before they can shoot somebody. It's not like these guys are just doing it and not doing anything. They are trying to help the communities. Lay off these guys. I'm so tired of getting the hate and seeing the hate on Twitter and Facebook in the comments. It's just crazy. It's ridiculous. We are all Americans. We are all Americans. All right. That's all I'm going to say about that. But let's get into some actual NFL games. So let's say Carson Wentz was off the chain. Carson Wentz, when he played, granted, was the Cleveland Browns. But I'd just like to talk about him first. This dude, he went in ham. He did such a great job for the Eagles. I said he's playing against the Cleveland Browns defense. But Carson Wentz looked really good. I'd like to get some of your guys' feedback on Twitter. You guys could tweet at me and let me know who your favorite rookie was. Carson Wentz was my favorite rookie that started the game. I thought he looked fantastic. And then the poor Browns, RG3, looks like he could be out for the season. RG3, in my opinion, after this injury, I think it's just about time for RG3 to hang it up. I believe that RG3 is just the way that he has to play quarterback. He's just not a drop back and a passer. He always has to scramble. He likes to scramble to make plays happen. That's who RG3's always been. He's been a scrambler. He likes to rush, but his body is just not made for it. The guy suffered some numerous injuries now, shoulder injuries. What did he do? He tore his ACL. And in high school, I think he tore his ACL, MCL. And our college, I believe, like I said, the guy has just been so injury prone. He is a freakish athlete, but you have to have an endurance and a conditioning to your body to compete in the NFL. And at the quarterback level, look at Cam Newton. Cam Newton was taking hits after hits after hits by my Denver Broncos, but Cam might have been whining about it, might have been complaining, but Cam would get back up and he'd go back out there and lead a drive, and you just don't see that with RG3. RG3 is like, let me put it this way, Cam Newton's like a cannonball. You know, you hit him and he hurts you. And but let's say RG3 to me is kind of like a cotton ball. You hit RG3, he just squashes. And best of luck to RG3. I feel bad for the Browns. I got a couple friends back home. They're Cleveland Browns fans, and it's just, you know, the Browns. Yeah, I don't know. I really wasn't going to talk about the Browns today. We're just kind of free falling this one today because we're live. Like I said, we are live. The first live broadcast of Sports Talk. And like I said, it's midday here. It's going on 11 o'clock Central Time. I started this at a real awkward time. I don't know how many people are really live viewing it right now, but we're just going to talk sports. But like I said, back to the Browns. I don't know. You guys tweet me. Like I said, at Sports Talkcast 1. Send me those tweets. Tell me if you think the Browns should get Johnny Manziel, or if you think, I know Tebow just signed a baseball contract with the not Atlanta Braves, but with the Mets, and you know, I think Tebow. I don't think Tebow will go to the Browns. Honestly, I think he knows that's career suicide. Tebow would rather probably not do that. So yeah, I don't know. Who's their options? You guys let me know. I think that the best thing for them is to try to trade for. I don't know. I don't know. The Patriots would give up Jimmy Garoppolo. I'm sure they'd be crazy to give up Jimmy Garoppolo after the performance that he put on Sunday night. And I get thinking about all these other backup, EJ Manuel. So that's who comes to mind for me for the Browns to try and pick up. The Browns are just in trouble trying to fill that quarterback position now. The Browns, from Manziel all the way down to Dilfer and Couch, and that's just been a dumpster fire for them at quarterback. Being from Ohio myself and seeing the Cavaliers win the NBA title, I'm not the biggest basketball fan. I follow basketball fan. I can talk basketball. I know my stats and stuff, but I just really never had a passion for basketball. Therefore, I say as I do football or hockey. But yeah, the Cavs, when they won, I was wound up about that. I was glad to see LeBron come through on his promise. And then after the Cavs won, the Indians are doing good. And then I thought, man, maybe Cleveland's got it. Maybe Cleveland's gonna get it this year. Maybe the Browns. I said the Browns go 8-8. I said the Cleveland fan base would be ecstatic hit the Cleveland Browns go 8-8. And here the Browns are in the first week. They got beat up pretty bad by the Eagles and Carson Wentz, and the Browns lost RG3. The only bright thing that I seen in that game for the Cleveland Browns was Terrell Pryor, the ex-Ohio State Buckeye. That dude is a freak athlete. That's what that dude put him in at quarterback. That dude could take a beating. Terrell Pryor has turned in to, dare I say it, getting to be one of the top 25 best wide receivers in the league. I know that's a pretty brave. That's like a Skip Bayless comment right there, because Skip always jumps the gun. But what I seen from Terrell in preseason and some of the catches, and what I seen from Terrell on week 1, the dude is getting pretty good at wide receiver, from being a quarterback at Ohio State to being a wide receiver now with one of the worst teams in football, with the cotton ball of a quarterback and RG3 throwing the ball to you. And then previous year, he had Josh McCown, in which it looks like Josh McCown will probably come back to the Cleveland Browns. But yeah, Terrell Pryor, I think he's the bright spot for the Browns. Yeah. But let me see, what else? Jimmy Garoppolo. Like I said, I want to talk about him a little bit. Jimmy Garoppolo looked awesome in this game that he played for the Patriots, where they beat the Cardinals. Carson Palmer, man, shut your mouth, man. Why would you talk bad about Brady and the Patriots? Here's the thing. I dislike the Patriots, but my Broncos beat them last year, make it to the Super Bowl. But Tom Brady might look like a little Justin Bieber, like 40-year-old man with this new haircut that he's got going. But Tom Brady will go down as a legend. Tom Brady is right there with Peyton Manning in the top. The Peyton Mannings, the Brett Favres, the Steve Youngs, the Joe Montanas, and Tom Brady. Don't talk crap about Tom Brady. I don't like his attitude sometimes, but the man is one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL ever in the lifetime. I know he didn't play in the game. Like I said, Jimmy G, as I'm going to call him. Jimmy G played in that game. And he did good. He played smart football. I believe he passed for over 250. Like I said, he played good football. He never turned the ball over. He had a couple TD passes. He was a great game manager. He looked good. Bill Belichick had to be happy, even though Belichick, he never shows nothing on that face except for a frown. But yeah, like I said, I think that Jimmy Garoppolo behind center for the Patriots, I might not see the Patriots maybe losing one game before Brady comes back. The Patriots really scare me this year, as bad as I hate to say it. Or maybe the Cardinals. Maybe the Cardinals were just as bad as bad as what some people. I thought the Cardinals were going to be good. Let me rephrase that. I thought the Cardinals were going to be a good football team this year, but maybe not. Maybe they're not. So I said we'll see. Maybe the Cardinals will go on to start losing games, and maybe this win against them don't look near as good. But, all right, guys, like I said, we were live. We are now, I spoke earlier, but we are now going to be live. We're going to end this live broadcast, but we are now going to do broadcast now 45 minutes. We got 45 minutes now. Like I said, follow us at Sports Talk Cast 1, and we're going to start being on iHeartRadio. And like I said, I'm very excited. We're going to end this podcast here. I just want to get on here, talk some sports, have been on here, announce the news. I got excited. We're doing this live broadcast. I get so flustered that I already had the 45 minutes, but I only got 15. I'm sorry, but next podcast, I promise you, will be 45 minutes. We'll have 45 minutes. All right, guys, thanks for listening. I'm out.